All right, everybody. So this is part one of the Mutts 8-day shoutout challenge. Basically, what Michael and I are going to be doing, we're going to be going back and forth, giving a shout out to artists in our local music scene that we feel are just killing it right now and deserve a lot more recognition. The whole intent of this series is for you folks to check out these artists at the end of every video. If you're watching these videos and you just don't check them out, I honestly don't know why you're here. But without further ado, without any further introduction, let's kick off part one with a banger. Part one goes to, drum roll please, Action Figure by Sunless. Sunless is a three-piece punk rock band based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They are just a trio of incredible musicians. Action Figure was a real eye-opener for me because I am a big fan of punk rock, and this trio has shown me that you can keep things simple in a song but still make it so upbeat and fun. Action Figure has given me vibes similar to Blink-182, Green Day, and Sum 41, punk rock bands that I've listened to for years and have already established themselves as these big name bands. And compared to a band like Green Day or Sum 41, I'm hearing a somewhat similar sound to a trio that's in our local city and isn't too far off in terms of age to me and Michael. And they've just really inspired the two of us to just be at our best and keep grinding with the music, because it's shown me that you can be an indie artist, you could be signed to a record label, you could be a big established band selling out records all over the world, but if there's a certain sound that you want to go for, you just got to keep digging and eventually you'll find it. That's what Sunless has done, and they are just incredible. This video is also going to be on our Instagram and on our YouTube channel. So in terms of the music video to Action Figure, that's going to be in the link of the description of this video along with their YouTube channel. On Instagram, we're going to be mentioning their handle, but if you're on YouTube, watching this on YouTube, I do encourage you to still go on Instagram if you haven't, give them a follow. That is at sunless.band. And I can't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure their YouTube channel is Sunless Band, or if you just YouTube search Sunless Action Figure, it's going to pop up. It's definitely worth the 3-4 minutes of the video, and I can guarantee you, if you are a fan of punk rock, just give this trio 3-4 minutes of your time and you're going to be wanting more. That's what happened to me, and honestly, I look forward to every new piece of music that they release. Action Figure is on their album Geek Confessions, which you can stream on all music platforms right now. And speaking of Geek Confessions, just to throw a couple more names out there, Exister and Orange are also some of my favorites. So if you really enjoy Action Figure and are going to go check out the rest of Geek Confessions, definitely have your ears open for those songs. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Michael for part two.
Thanks, Sean. So yeah, the first band that I wanted to talk about is a band called Ricochet. So Ricochet is from Markham, same place as us, and they consist of Isaac on the guitar, Jaden on the drums, and they've had a handful of bassists throughout their time. But truly one of the best three pieces out there right now. This band is absolutely criminally underrated right now. So the single that I want to talk about from Ricochet is a song called Lay Hut. And the thing that I absolutely love about this song is it's unbelievably catchy. I have it in my head all the time, but the music video for this song is absolutely incredible. I mean, all of Ricochet's music videos deserve to be watched at least once. They are all absolutely incredible, but Lay Hut is just an absolute adventure, and I love this music video. I've seen it probably 30, 40 times. I can absolutely never get enough of it. I've even met a handful of the members of Ricochet. They're all really, really cool dudes and are just truly, truly criminally underrated. So please go check these guys out.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael. Without further ado, I'm going to kick off number 3 of our 8-day shout-out challenge. And number 3 goes to Better Now by Montgomery. Montgomery is a 2-piece emo rock band from also Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And honestly, what can I say? The music video to Better Now is just so fun to watch. Not that I'm throwing money in there as a factor, but it's just so unique to see what these two were able to pull off by making a music video. I'm assuming of just them having a jam session, jamming out Better Now. And it shows you that you don't have to have a ton of money to make something creative in the music industry. You talk about 2-piece rock bands like Simon and Garfunkel, or more modern day 2-piece rock bands like the White Stripes, the Black Keys, Royal Blood. They're able to sound like a full band with their tones and the effects and every sound that they're able to pull off by just having 2 people in the band. And as a 2-piece band ourselves, it's given us a couple ideas of different directions that we could go for future songs that Michael and I are going to write. And it's so awesome to see that we're not the only ones that are trying to get creative. While a lot of musicians, maybe not a lot of musicians, but I'd say a fair amount of musicians don't really understand, is that there's different dynamics in every group. Like when you're a 2-piece like Montgomery or Michael and myself, you have to be very creative. You have to do your research and basically find out what you can use to compromise for not having more bodies in your musical project. But with every member of the band comes another layer of a song. And even if you have 2 members, that doesn't mean you can only have 2 layers. But pushing that aside for a second, these 2 were able to take 2 layers and just run miles with it. These 2 are just so incredible. Like I said in my previous video, links are going to be in the description of our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on Instagram, username will be in this post. You can click the link in their Instagram bio or click the links in the description of our YouTube channel. So please go and check those out, along with some of their other singles, such as All Year and Your Head.
So these next 2 bands that I'm going to be talking about are definitely not underrated, I'll say. Like, most of the bands here we're talking about, I feel like do need more attention, but the reason I wanted to bring attention to these bands is because I still feel like in the absolute primes of their career, and I feel like that's the case with all the musicians that we're talking about in this list, is that they're in the primes of their career. And the first of those bands that I want to talk about is a band called Alvays, Alvays. They are pretty big, I won't lie. Their single Marry Me Archie was pretty huge, and they are signed to Royal Mountain Records. So even though they're pretty big, they still are an indie band at the end of the day. They're not signed to, some big major corporation and stuff. So that's why I wanted to talk about them. I really feel like Alvays is just a perfect band to model yourself after. I mean, the music they make is just so unique, and I don't know what it is. There's just something about all the members, what they bring to the band, that just makes the band so absolutely perfect to listen to. And if you're gonna get started somewhere with Alvays, I recommend their second single ever, which was a song called Adult Diversion. Honestly, I can never get enough of Adult Diversion. Although, I will say that Marry Me Archie is an incredible song, and everything that they released off of their second record, Anti-Socialites, which is probably my favorite record of the previous decade, honestly. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to mention always. They're still independent, and they're just an example that everyone should take off of.
All right, I am back for part 5 of our 8-day shout-out challenge, and number 5 goes to Taking Me Away by Havens. Havens is an indie rock band based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I chose their song Taking Me Away because just all the elements of this piece, no pun intended, it took me away. It makes me think of so many things. Like, this song could be heard in a movie montage. This would be a great song to just crank up in your radio if you're going for a road trip or just a lengthy drive. The singer, I believe the singer's name is Andrew. Andrew's voice is the main spotlight of this piece, but the guitars are also so prominent. But one of the things I like most about this track is that they're not overbearing. By that I mean they're not too distorted. They're just the right amount. It's like putting that little spice in your salad. It's just the right amount. Once that bass line kicks in, everything gets all groovy, makes you want to bob your head along to the music, and it's just such an intriguing piece. There's some kind of magic behind this piece that I wish I had the ability to put into words in this video, but unfortunately I can't describe how this song exactly sounds. So that's why your job at the end of this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, is to click the links in the YouTube description, or if you're watching this on Instagram, go and follow them on Instagram, which is @musicbyhavens. Amongst other things in this track, there's a bridge which just has such a beautiful build up with the guitar work and a lot of fills on the toms, which as a drummer myself, I really take a liking to. Andrew's vocals kind of shift from the main focus to the background, but they're still subtle, which is just, you can never go wrong with subtle backup vocals. I gotta give so much credit to these guys. This track is just, it's something else. It's a piece of music that I think anyone, regardless of whether you're a fan of indie rock or not, would enjoy a song like this. So with that being said, please go and check out Havens and this wonderful piece of music, along with some of their other singles such as Peace and Darkness, Fall, and Sail.
So this next band is a little bit of an exception, and the band after that is a complete exception. But this is a band not from Ontario, but still pretty close and still Canadian, from good old Montreal. And you know, my mom's from Montreal, so it feels pretty home to me. Feels pretty home. But yeah, the next band I want to talk about is another Canadian. Gonna edit this. Another Canadian indie band called Men I Trust, and Men I Trust is truly amazing for one major reason. Like I said with Always, they're signed to Royal Mountain Records. These guys don't have a record label, and they have over 500,000 subscribers. Holy shit. Honestly, it's incredible. There are so many signed bands out there, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being signed to the major labels, but they can't even get a quarter of the attention that these guys have without a major label. Like, it blows my mind. And the music they make is absolutely incredible. It's this really lo-fi, like, smooth, relaxing kind of, I hate to use this word, but it's even got a bit of a contemporary kind of feel to it. And yeah, honestly, I can't get enough of Men I Trust. Their newest album, the Untourable album, was incredible, but I feel like their magnum opus has to be Oracle Jazz. There's just banger after banger on their 4th album here. And the song I wanted to talk about is a song called Tailwind. Even though Okay, I changed my mind. I told John I was going to do this. Song I want to go into is a song called 7. I have just been absolutely addicted to 7. The live video that they released is incredible. All their live performances are worth watching 1,000 times over. This is absolutely one of the best live bands that there are. And 7 is just this beautiful song. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, the vocals in this song are just absolutely incredible, and I truly just can't get enough of them. So, yeah, 7 by Men I Trust. Really dope stuff.
All right, everybody. We hope you've been enjoying this series. This is going to be the last artist and song for me, so let's just get right into it. Shout out number 7 goes to What You're Doing to Me by Pink Leather Jackets. Pink Leather Jackets is a rock band based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. At the time of this recording, What You're Doing to Me is their most recent single, and one of the main things I love most about this song is the multiple ways that this song can be interpreted. Personal story from me, I heard this song just having a really crappy day, and the way that I interpreted it the first time listening was just the feeling of being frustrated or aggravated with someone. You can have such stressful thoughts in your head and be going through a lot of emotions and anxiety or whatever else you may be feeling, and the person that puts you in that position could have no idea about it and just carry on with their day and have a smile on their face, but have no idea that they're making your life a little hectic. That is how I interpreted it, and from, I guess, kind of feeling that comfort from this song, it made my day a heck of a lot better. And you can stream What You're Doing to Me on all music platforms, your Apple Music, your Deezer, your Spotify, your YouTube. Link will be in the description of the YouTube video, or if you're watching this on Instagram, like always, click their Instagram username, which is at Pink Leather Jackets, and there'll be a link in their Instagram bio. Now, getting into the foundations of this song, instrumentally, I just appreciate everything that's going on. Love the guitar tones, love the drums in particular. I really like the switch between the verses and the chorus, how a simple switch like going on beat 2 and 4 to the one of and the one of 3 is just so awesome. I love percussion changes like that. It's something that I've been doing in some of my songs as well, which is just, as a drummer, it's so fun to do. The lead singer of Pink Leather Jackets, Chris, has just such good tones. He's able to distort his voice in certain lines, but it's just so smooth. It's not overbearing, and it just makes the song flow even better than it naturally does with the instrumental. Amongst other things that I really like in this song is the guitar solo after chorus 2, as well as kind of the repetition of the chorus, but the third time it comes around. I don't want to give too much away here, but the chorus is a little different from the first and second time you hear it. Honestly, it's just so well done. If you were hearing this song live, the third chorus would probably be something that you want, pull your cell phone out, do a little crowd wave to it. I don't know. At the time of this recording, I haven't been to a Bloody concert since December of 2019, so I'm just imagining all this in my head. I really need to go to a concert, ladies and gentlemen. But, but without any more said, this song just really puts you in a good spirit, and it's made me think of multiple things, multiple interpretations. Made me think of the vibes and energy you get at a concert, which is just amazing. There's no other feeling like it. So big shout out to Chris, Nathan, Steve, and Jordan. They are just killing it right now. And that wraps up my final shout out. We're going to bring it back to you, Michael, for shout out number 8. Keep rocking, everyone.
So I wanted to mention that this entire video was inspired by a YouTuber called Nate is Lame, and Nate made about 3 videos talking about some of his favorite bands out there and shoutouts, just like we're doing here today. And I'll put a link to that in the description below. But in those videos, Nate mentioned a band called King and Queen of the Losers, and I decided to check them out, and truly, they are one of the best bands that I have ever heard. Their 2 albums, Clutch and American Squalor, are some of the best albums of the entire 2010s. And I think absolutely everybody should go check those songs out. Unfortunately though, King and Queen of the Losers has since broken up. But I feel like they have just inspired me so much over the last 2 years that I couldn't go without mentioning them. If there's a song you should go check out, it's Jean-Luc Godard. This is truly an excellent song and an excellent weird video. I just absolutely love the stuff they do. Similar to Ricochet, King and Queen of the Losers make some of the best music videos I have ever seen. Considering that they have no budget, the absolute creativity in these is just marveling. So yeah, go check out King and Queen of the Losers, and also check out the Joy Runners, because a handful of members from King and Queen of the Losers are now in that band. So yeah, man. Alright, that's all of our shoutouts. So if you enjoyed these videos, make sure to like, comment, do the whole deal, you know? And yeah, just go check out all these bands. We absolutely love all of them. We feel like they're really putting music in the right direction, so go check them out. Mad Mutts signing off.